time, weather, and always.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips. Heat's still the hot topic of weather conversation, right? Just smashed the previous record for rainfall in Tampa. Still a very nice day. We've got some clouds out there, even a couple of sprinkles as another front rolls through the area. Most of us wake up to sunshine and then very warm temperatures in the afternoon. For temperatures, they're going up and they're staying up. Really nice forecast, especially if you're planning on going to the beach or the pool. Rain chances very slim. It's another beautiful day in store. It's going to bring us a very high chance of storms. Some isolated showers across the area. Mother Nature likes to remind us that it isn't set by a calendar. We are always on it for you, just in case things begin to pop.
Streaming from the ABC Action Weather Center in Studio A. This is Dennis Phillips Live, sponsored by Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Level up your lazy moments. Visit one of our 6 Bay Area showrooms today. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
How you doing, everybody? It is Wednesday afternoon, 2:25. ABC Action News Chief Meteorologist Dennis Phillips just giving you an update on our severe weather. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for Hillsborough County. I think, obviously, the thing that always concerns the most folks is the possibility of tornadoes. And while a tornado watch pretty much is in effect from Pasco County northward, again, we'll take a live look at radar, but what we typically look for is the Storm Prediction Center to issue what's called a mesoscale discussion to give us a little bit of a head start if they're thinking of adding a tornado watch for the rest of the area. And at this point, I'm not seeing that. So what we're showing right now is just very strong straight line winds. Yeah, I'm not seeing any kind of new mesoscale discussion, so that's good. So let's go ahead and jump right into radar. And how you guys doing? Typically we do our hellos, but since this is a severe weather update, we're going to cut right to the chase, if you will, and tell you what's going on. So again, and yeah, Denise, correct. I have not broken into General Hospital. I know better. It's got to be the end of the world to pretty much do that. Those GH fans, they are just relentless. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look here. Again, you see the yellow box right there. That's the severe thunderstorm warning. That is 100% wind-based in terms of winds of 50 to 60 miles an hour, straight line winds. Now, what you see right here is you see the little bow that's going on right here. You see it right there. See how it kind of bows out? That is from wind. All right, the wind is moving in this direction. So we're talking winds, as I said, a good chance of winds of about 50 to 60 miles an hour in this particular area. And so that's why we are looking at that warning. Most importantly, at this point, we are not seeing any rotation whatsoever in any of these storms. So I'm going to take a quick look and see if that has changed. But at this point, it is not. Again, what you would see when you were to look for rotation is you would see kind of a merry-go-round kind of a look, a circle of the green and the red together. Kind of imagine yourself on a merry-go-round, and half of the time the air is moving toward you, half of the time the air is moving away from you, and that's the rotation. But we're not seeing that. What we're seeing is just solid straight-line winds coming in right there as the actual front moves in. And those winds are pretty strong. Again, 40 to 60 mile an hour gusts. It's been windy all day long. But the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for Hillsborough County is purely based on those straight line winds. So again, let's go ahead and take a live look at where it is right now. Go ahead and zoom in for you. If you live in Citrus County, it's over. If you live in Hernando County, you can see where the line extends from east central Hillsborough or Hernando County, from Brooksville over toward Lacucci, east toward Webster, and then the eastern part of Pasco County. It's really right now moving through central. The WC Wesley Chapel, you're just seeing it right now. I would expect 35 to 45 mile an hour winds, the leading edge of that. Not a ton of lightning with this compared to, say, what we see with our typical afternoon thunderstorm. But this has a little more wind than we're getting with that. So this area, let's go ahead and do a little storm tracking for this. So if we take this area here and move it in this direction, there's the time frame, the leading edge of the heaviest weather moving through from Dade City, Zephyr Hills, Crystal Springs. Again, that's for Pasco County. That's north of the warning. The actual warning itself extends in this yellow box right there. And that's based more on what we're looking at right here. So this area moving just through West Chase right now, headed toward Carrollwood, all right? And there's the time frame for these storms. Moving pretty quickly at about 35 miles an hour. So we're definitely looking at some pretty decent storms, and more than anything, I think just wind. I'm not even really seeing any reports of any hail at this point either, so that's a good thing. But I think most of us, their biggest concern is typically the threat of a tornado. And at this point, again, we are seeing no rotation at all. What we are seeing is this, again, severe thunderstorm warning for the extreme eastern part of Pinellas County from around Safety Harbor up toward Oldsmar. They're right on the fringe. Now, there's certainly the possibility that we could see another warning extended for this area that's going to be moving into Pinellas from Tarpon Springs, Palm Harbor, Ozona, Dunedin, down to Clearwater, Indian Rocks, Madeira, pretty much the entire west coast of Florida. That is not under a warning at this point. We will see if the storm picks up enough pace. Again, remember, a severe thunderstorm warning by definition means winds of 60 miles an hour or 1-inch hail. So if you have 50-mile-an-hour winds, it's still severe the way we look at it, right? The way I think everybody looks at it. But by definition, the Weather Service says, no, it is not severe. So you will not get an alert on your phone. You will not get an alert on your app unless you have a 60-mile-an-hour wind with the storm. And then it extends down out offshore. So eventually this is going to move into Manatee and Sarasota. So folks, here's the bottom line, all right? This is an afternoon thunderstorm for the Bay Area. That's what this is, all right? Remember, our afternoon thunderstorms, we get severe thunderstorm warnings all the time, dime a dozen, no big deal. But within this one little cluster, especially the one in Hillsborough County, we've got winds of 40 to 55 miles an hour. That's going to blow some stuff around, right? I mean, there's the chance you could get some poolcade screens knocked out. But the bigger concern is the heavy rain, right, which we're going to deal with. No one is going to see that rain more than an hour. So much like an afternoon storm, just a little bit longer. The winds, the leading edge where that red area and the orange area is where most of the wind is going to be. That'll last 20 minutes in any given spot. And that will eventually extend into Manatee and Sarasota. But pretty much right now, we'll go back and show you one more time a look at the radar. And that's about it. I mean, you know, look, we will zoom into these areas. This is not a major concern. It just isn't. I mean, it's a thunderstorm, and you can, you know, if you can avoid driving on it for a little while, more power to you. But hold on, I'm going to do that one again. But as Floridians, I think we're kind of used to strong thunderstorms, right? All right, there you go. There's your time frame for some of the other areas. You can see that. And then we can take this and use it for the next one, the one that's moving right through Clearwater right now. There's some more. There's your time, Tampa, 3 o'clock. Riverview, 3:15-ish. Bradenton around 3:30. Bartow, just shy of 4 o'clock. And then the southern flank eventually goes into Sarasota County and areas down to the south. It's going to take a little longer before it actually gets there. But there it is, severe thunderstorm warning, Hillsborough County. We are not under a tornado watch for areas south of I-4. And honestly, I don't think we have anything to worry about there. I mean, at this point, the southern counties, it's a thunderstorm, it's windy, it's gusty, but we're not seeing any kind of rotation at this point. But still, it's something that we will watch because we all know weather can get a little fickle and kind of change its tune sometimes. But right now, at least, looking at all of this, I'm seeing absolutely zip in terms of rotation, and that is a good thing. So there you go. Severe thunderstorm warning, Hillsborough County remains in effect. How long does that remain in effect until? Let's see, until 2:45, I think. Yep, until 2:45. If there are any other warnings, I'll pop in for you. Shay is on the air at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock. I'm here covering social stuff. Skyway could have, there's a chance for maybe 15, 20 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be anything that particularly long or widespread. All right. So there you have it. We'll give you an update as conditions warrant. No tornado threat right this second, just the strong thunderstorms and the wind. If you can avoid the roads, if you live in those areas for a half hour, that's probably all you're going to have to deal with. And then after that, the rains will be over. All right. Thanks a lot. We will check in, and we'll see you at the top of the hour on ABC Action News at 3, or, of course, these updates here as conditions warrant. Talk to you guys soon.
We the lazy declare that we will recline when we feel inclined. And yes, we feel inclined.
We answered our kids' questions all day. It's our time to prioritize, no priorities.
Why?
Because
We put in back-to-back doubles. So now we'll be putting in extra OT right here.
We've checked off our to-do list.
Now we're checking off our to-don't list.
We the lazy are taking back lazy.
By getting comfy on our Lazy Boy furniture.
Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.